What's good, y'all? Michael here today with another video again. Before we begin, please go subscribe. Yada yada yada. Y'all know what to do. I'm gonna release my anger out on these Packers fans. Not surprising. I do this in every video. But let me give you an explanation why they are the worst fan base in history. Because if we lose a game, they come at us every 5 seconds. We see Packers fans calling us frauds. We see Packers fans that are saying we're going to lose out the rest of our games. Like I had this one Packers fan that said that we're going to lose the two other games that we have against the Saints, against the Titans. We're going to split. We're going to share a win with the Vikings. We're not going to sweep the Vikings, even though the Vikings are horrendous garbage. We're not going to sweep the Detroit Lions. We might win one of those games. We're not because we're not sweeping. So that's their logic. All right. Listen, they think they're going 15-1. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, how are you guys going 15-1? Why do you think you're going 15-1 at worst 14-2? You guys rely on the quarterback way much. It's the thing. You need a quarterback with weapons. His only active wide receiver as of right now is Davante Adams. Their wide receivers are garbage outside of him. Lazar is out. I don't know when Lazar is coming back, but maybe he'll fill in, maybe he won't. But he's not. Lazar ain't special. Yeah, talent wise, he's there, but he's not there yet. But he's not an X factor wide receiver like Davante is. So pretty much their receiver core is still garbage. I don't know what they're doing at tight end. Robert Tanya, as I said before, talent wise, he's there, but he's not really there yet. Remember when we beat the Buccaneers on prime time? Every single Packers fan said, if the Bears could beat the Buccaneers, we can too. What happened? They lost. They got blown out. Had a 10-point lead and they blew it. All I need is for Packers fans to tell me why are you winning the rest of your games and your worst is 14-2. Because if we look at your schedule upcoming, you have the Vikings, should be an easy game. You know, the Vikings look like they're hot garbage. You could lose. I even said that the Vikings could not could get one and done with you, like win a game. And like my prediction was week one they would win, but obviously that wasn't the case. They could, but looking at Minnesota right now, they've been completely garbage. Kirk Cousins really has been looking like the promising quarterback they've wanted. But most of Kirk Cousins' problems is because he has a bad offensive line and he has good weapons. You know, Adam Thielen is still solid. Justin Jefferson's pretty solid. I don't know who was the third one, but at the end of the day, they. I'm just gonna say they're beating the Vikings. All right, just keeping it above 50. Then they're gonna face the 49ers. No need to explain. Raheem Mostert will torch that defense again. Then they play the Jaguars. I could see this being I could see Gardner Minshew having a pretty okay day, but at the end of the day, Packers will come up on top. They win that game. The Packers will win against the Jaguars. Then they come in, they travel to Indianapolis. No need to explain. The Colts defense is legit. The Colts defense will expose Aaron Rodgers. All right. And you really think that the Packers are going to annihilate the teams that the Bears lost to? I know they don't play the Rams, but there is a possible chance that they could meet the Rams in the playoffs. And we all know if Aaron Rodgers faces a top 10, top 5 defense, which the Rams is arguably a top 5 defense, maybe top 10, he's going to fall on his face. We've seen it in him in the past. All right. Then they face the Bears. I think I could see the Bears winning. I could see the Bears not sweeping the Packers, considering that they'll share one. The Bears will get a Week 17 victory. The Packers will get the Sunday Night Football win, considering the fact that maybe the Bears could sweep the Packers, considering usually November is usually where Nick Foles turns it on. He just doesn't show up in the regular season. He's just going to show up in the second half of the season. So it really is possible for Nick Foles to sweep the Packers. I know it's very low chance, but it's usually where he turns everything on, which is usually the Week 12. By the bye week, Matt Nagy should give up play calling. I know he said in his press conference he's considering giving up play calling. He's probably going to make some moves. Bench Ted Ginn Jr., maybe cut him because he's not been really looking promising lately, returning these punt returns. But let me get to the Packers a little bit. Okay, you guys, okay, there's a culture around Matt LaFleur, according to you all. Oh, he's a great head coach. Look at him. He built a shrine around him. He did what no other Packers coach could do and lead us to the promised land. Look, man, if Matt LaFleur and Aaron Rodgers do not like each other, okay, do you realize the only reason they're starting to like each other right now is because Jordan Love apparently was terrible at training camp? Like, bro, you have to think. If Jordan Love was playing good at training camp, they wouldn't like each other. But right now, they're all smiley and lovey-dovey. Get the fuck out of here, man. I don't want to hear that they're best friends crap. I don't want to hear LaFleur's making history. Soon as Aaron Rodgers gets out and he's still the head coach, Jordan Love or Tim Boyle starts, then they blow it. Then he gets fired. All right. Because I said so. Because I said so. Then where am I? The Bears. All right. You go into Detroit. You could beat Detroit, but I'm seeing Detroit getting a possible win here, considering the fact that it's in Detroit. It's in Detroit. You're traveling to Detroit. My whole thing is Stafford has been looking pretty good lately. He led a game-winning drive against the Falcons, but it's the Falcons. I could just say Todd Gurley cost him the game by not going down and just letting the clock run down, but it is what it is with them. Stafford is an average quarterback. He's not really an elite talented quarterback. He's the third best quarterback in that division. I do think Stafford's going to get traded, considering the fact that they should have drafted Justin Herbert, maybe drafted Tua. They should have done that because Stafford hasn't been that mobile quarterback. Then they face the Carolina Panthers. I could see the Packers winning that game, but I could see the Panthers possibly getting an upset, considering Christian McCaffrey is going to be back. He's looking healthy. Teddy Bridgewater may not look like a elite quarterback, but he's pretty decent. He comes in and exposes that defense. Then Tennessee. No need to explain. Run defense is garbage. Derrick Henry will expose that. And I even said Derrick Henry is going to beat the Bears. All right, I'm going to say that. Derrick Henry is going to beat the Chicago Bears. You heard it first. I don't need to say why Tennessee will lose to the Bears, because we have no run defense. We miss Eddie Goldman. Until Mario Edwards is starting, I have no confidence. So 9-7 at worst, 10-6 at best. All right, there's your prediction. I don't care. You could go 8-8 at worst, but that's very unlikely at this point. You could get a wild card at this point. I doubt the division will be bad. Because here's the thing. Packers fans, if you lose a game, if you're a Lions fan, you're pretty used to the Packers fans making fun of you because you lose every game. Vikings fans are starting to realize this right now. And us Bears fans have been saying it for most of the decade. If you lose a game, they're gonna say, "Oh, the Colts and the Rams are not even that good of a football team." Colts are 5-2 currently. Yeah, the Colts are 5-2. The Rams are 5-2. They should be 6-1 because of that Buffalo game. You're acting like we lost to the worst team in football. You're acting like we lost to the goddamn Jets. But all I'm saying is this. The Bears schedule gets very easy. And I know what you're thinking. Oh, how is it easy? Well, let me tell you something. We play Drew Brees next week at home. I don't have confidence that we'll win, but just by looking at the Saints the past couple weeks, the first weeks, they've been looking off. All right. They should have lost to the Chargers, but who's their kicker? Michael Beasley. I don't know who's their kicker, but he doinked the goalposts. They made that field goal. The Saints would have lost. All right. They barely escaped the Panthers' claws. It took Detroit to be cursed for them to win. So, and Tennessee, no need to explain. I already said we're going to lose that game. All right, I don't see us winning against Tennessee. It would be nice though, but we're not beating Tennessee. We're not beating Tennessee. Then we face the Vikings on a Monday night. We're winning that game, no question about it. Plus, Kirk Cousins sucks on Mondays. Then we have a bye. Then we have a bye week. We're gonna lose to you guys because considering it's a Lambeau Field. Then we got the Detroit Lions at home, easy win. Then we got the Houston Texans, W. Vikings at Minnesota, W. Jaguars, W. Then at home, we face you all, then we win. So we're losing to Tennessee, we're losing to the Packers. So pretty much that leaves us at 12-4. You heard it first. It doesn't get much harder for the Bears. If you think that, I can't help you. If you think that, I can't help you. If you really think we're going to go 8-8 at best, I can't help you. You're just choosing to be arrogant at this point. Because at this point, man, any loss, we could go undefeated, lose the last game. Ha ha ha, you're frauds. When the Buccaneers blew out the Packers, oh, it's one loss. We're gonna be all right. We're gonna be all right. But when we lose, I say we're gonna be all right. And you're gonna say, oh no, you're losing to the New Orleans. You're gonna lose to the Tennessee Titans. You're gonna lose. You're gonna split with the Vikings or Lions. Because it won't. Because it won't. It won't happen. All right. I love and plus shout out to all my Vikings fans that follow me on Instagram. So I have nothing but love for the Vikings. You know, they pretty much defend me in most of my Packers and Bears arguments. They mostly back it up. Okay, the Rams were the better team. They had the better defense. It will not. The Saints have a horrible defense. The Tennessee Titans have. I don't think they have an okay defense, but I think we're gonna lose that game. The Vikings defense is shit. The Texans defense is crap. The Packers defense is crap. I don't even know. I don't have to explain why the Packers defense is crap. All right. They've been giving up the lowest points they have scored. The lowest amounts of points that they have allowed is 18 points, and that was to the Atlanta Falcons, which is not something to be proud of because considering the Falcons are literally 1-6 right now. Yeah, 1-6. But anyway, That's it. That's all. Subscribe. My name is Michael, and I approve this message.